Hi, third graders. This is Mrs. Glazer. I just wanted to talk to you today about what we've been talking about the last couple of days, and that is read to self. And we're going to review what that is and why we do it. But before we start, the goal of today's lesson is to, at the end, you're going to be practicing this yourself, reading to self for 5 minutes on your own. And you know you have met that learning target. A learning target's like a goal when you can try it on your own for 5 minutes without getting distracted. So let's review what read to self is. It's each of you having a book, seated alone in a quiet place, and reading independently. And we talked about that word independently, and independently means by yourself. Okay, and I'm just going to kind of quickly review again why we do it. And I added something new on this slide. We do it because we are always trying to become better readers. Mrs. Glazer still can even become a better reader as an adult. This one I added, and that is we want to learn, right? It's always fun to learn. That's what keeps our brain growing, and it is fun. Reading is a lot of fun. So again, what does it look like and what does it sound like? So it looks like students reading, eyes are in your book. You're staying in that spot that you chose at the beginning of your time. And the goal is to try to read the whole time without giving up. And that's what our class goal is right now. We're trying to read the whole time without giving up. It sounds like a 0, so no talking, or whisper reading. I know sometimes I need to whisper words, especially when I'm having a hard time reading them. And it sounds like reading the whole time. Okay, so I'm reading, I'm not giving up, I'm reading the whole time. That's also what it sounds like. So this is something new that I wanted to talk about today. And maybe some of you in second grade or first grade have heard your teachers talk about how do we choose books that are just right for us. And so maybe you've heard that. We're not going to talk about all the parts of choosing just right books. But what we're going to focus on today is this part of I'm choosing a book, and I'm choosing a book to see if it interests me. Okay, so what that means is that when you're picking a book that's interesting to you, it means that you have a certain feeling. And like, how do you know that you have these certain feelings? Well, you will know if a book is interesting to you if you maybe feel like it puts a smile on your face. Maybe it makes you feel happy. Maybe it's making you feel worried. Maybe it's making you feel really excited. Okay. Another way to know if a book is interesting to you or not is if it makes you wonder. So maybe I'm reading nonfiction. Maybe I'm reading a book about sharks and I'm learning all of these interesting facts. And so I'm wondering if all of these sharks that I'm reading are freshwater sharks or saltwater sharks. There's both kinds. And so sometimes I might be wondering if I'm reading about Dogman. I know a lot of you like Dogman, and Dogman does some kind of silly things. So maybe some of you are wondering about Dogman and why he's doing what he's doing. So again, a wonder means that it's making your brain continue to ask questions while you're reading. And then I guess Dogman, and I keep going back to Dogman because a lot of you put Dogman in your surveys that you really liked him. I bet that Dogman, the reason why a lot of you might like Dogman is because it makes you laugh. And also Dogman might just be that type of book that wants you just want to keep on reading, right? Dogman, there's more than one Dogman book. So I bet a lot of you would read another Dogman book and another Dogman book. So those would be examples of books that are interesting to you because it's making you have a feeling, it's making you have a question, it's making you want to keep reading, or it's making you want to have a laugh. And so that is one way that you can learn to see if a book is what we call just right for you. So here's what your task, or that's a fancy word for assignment, is going to be today. I know here a little while ago this morning, we already practiced building our reading stamina together as a class. Remember, our class goal is to try to do it for 20 minutes. So your goal is to go home, not go home, you're at home, to read a book that you have on at home or go on IPICK, and just play around and read and just look at books for 10 minutes and just see like if you're interested in them and why. And after that reading, you're going to answer some questions in a Google form. This is in your assignments tab already, and you are going to submit that assignment today. Okay, so you're just going to look books at home that you have, books on IPICK, and my online classroom library. Just kind of play around 5-10 minutes. And then after you're reading, what your assignment is, I'm going to ask you some questions about the book that you did decide to read. I can't wait to see what you said. I can't wait to see what you read. And we'll talk about it next week. See you guys later. Bye-bye.